episode 118 of Business Growth School. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for local service providers. Today we are talking about it's part 2 of what we talked about yesterday. We talked about like a strategy, how we generated and we have helped our client generated thousands of leads on autopilot by just working 4 to 6 hours a week as a local service provider. So if you're a dentist, lawyer, accountant, plumber, landscaper, then it applies to you basically. So the idea was that like the strategy was to use events. But most of the people struggle with like, okay, you know what should we throw an event about, how we're gonna fill the event with, right? So there's all questions come up, and then they basically get confused and they don't jump into that. So today's episode is all about me going over a 5-step strategy, super simple, straightforward, right? And basically walk you through a process, a 5-step process, which you can keep repeating consistently for next 6 months to 1 year following this strategy. And I can guarantee you, I don't know the number, but it will be one of your highest lead generation channels, as far as your other channels are concerned. Now, number one step is what you have to do is you have to create a meetup group. Now what basically meetup is basically a website. You can find it out at meetup.com. I've also included some details in the show notes at rapidboostmarketing.com/grow, where you can find a whole nice infographic on how to basically open up a meetup group. Now usually what happens that meetup allows you to create groups on interest. So let's say if you are a dentist, you can basically create a group around oral hygiene, or generally something what you have to do here, you're not creating a group to basically sell your products straightforward, because this way you're going to scare the people away. No one will come to your events. The idea is that you're trying to provide value. Example, if you're a lawyer, you're creating a group around business law where entrepreneurs can join so they can learn more about business law. Example, if you're a landscaper, you can basically talk about DIY landscaping tips where homeowners can join, and where you teach them landscaping and eventually gain some clients. So Meetup is basically a website where you create a group in order to grow, manage and grow your audience. The beauty is that Meetup has its own traffic. Like, it has thousands of, actually millions of people using in most part of the world, right? So the beauty here is that Meetup brings you the traffic itself. It will help you fill up the bums on the seat itself. That's the beauty, right? Step 1. Step 2, once you have created the group, schedule your first event. Now people ask me what should I create a first event about? You know what? Pay attention to what are the problems people face around your products and services. You're a car dealership, people face so many issues around cars. You are a windows and doors company, people face so many issues around home energy bills, they face issues around leaks, they face issues around structural you can basically focus on the problems, right, and start helping them out and provide solutions to them. So that gives you a lot of ideas and what you can actually create an event on, what you can basically what should be your topic, the ideas. That's step 2. Step 3, advertise that event. It's already on Meetup right now. So what you will do is you're going to advertise it on Eventbrite. Eventbrite also have a lot of traffic by itself. It will help you reach out to a lot of local people out there. Facebook also have a local events platform. You will also publish it there. Then you will send it to your email list, and you're going to promote it on your social media channels. And every city has its own events websites. There's local websites, thousands of them out there. If you're in New York, if you're in Toronto, if you're in Vancouver, you have niche websites locally which can help you list your event and promote it locally. But just being on Meetup and on Eventbrite and on Facebook, I can guarantee you that you're gonna get people in your event. Step four, be consistent and deliver a lot of value. Now, what do I mean by consistent? What I mean by that is like, your event should have a certain theme. It shouldn't be that, like, let's say if you're doing networking event, then focus on the networking events. If you're doing education based events, then focus on education based events, right? Okay. Don't, like, change your strategy every event to event, because then you won't be able to build a consistent audience around it, because people who will come to your networking event may not be interested in your education based event, right? Okay. So that was one point. The second point was deliver a lot of value, because hey, you know what, if you don't deliver a value, people won't come. We remember when we started, like, we generated 5,000 leads, and we gave, like, we helped people out, and guess what, I mean, I mentioned that, like, before too, that we have generated directly $175,000 in business using this strategy in last 2 years, right? Not bad. I mean, investing 4 to 6 hours a month, right? And if you can take home, let's say, like, give and take $5 to $7,000 worth of clients in a big ticket services, like, as a lawyer, as a landscaper, as a paving company, that's impressive, right? Then step five, last step, repeat with consistency. What do I mean by that? If you're doing it bi-weekly, do it bi-weekly. It's like, it's like a TV series that, like, it shows up every 2 weeks, or it shows up every week, or it shows up every month. It's not that it shows up a month, then it takes off for 3 months, then it shows up next month. No, be consistent and keep repeating it, keep providing value, and make sure that you use Meetup, and you use Eventbrite, and you use Facebook. If you stick to these three platforms, it will help you fill up the seats. As long as you provide value, that will help you build momentum. So if you put this strategy in your business, I can guarantee you that you're going to get, like, a good amount of local traction, and you will walk away with solid business as a local service provider. If you have any questions, reach out to me. If you have topic suggestions, reach out to me. I love to hear from you. My name is Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. Have a good day. Make it count. Bye bye.